Hello, my name's Lily and this is my little channel, Lily and the Bee, where I like to share all the things I've made with you. I live in Suffolk, in England, the UK. I have a husband called Neil, who's a postman, and I have one daughter. I have 2 chickens and 2 cats, and we all live in a little cottage fairly near to the sea. We love walking to the beach. I like to, a big beach comber, love finding things on the beach, taking them home and making them into things sometimes. And yeah, love to sew, crochet, any craft really. I'll give it a go. Sometimes I'll learn a craft and then I won't be. I learnt macrame once, but once I'd learnt it, I was bored with it. It was just a learning part that I enjoyed. So sometimes I'll just pick up a craft and try and learn it, and that will be it. And some things like sewing and crochet I'll continue doing. I really love them. What should we start with to show you today? I will have a bit of an update on my jeans challenge. If you've watched before, you will know already, but I'll give you a quick run through if you are new. I've set myself a bit of a, I love to upcycle, and I've made things from jeans before. So I thought I would give myself a bit of a challenge to see how many different things I can make out of one pair of men's jeans. And I've bought the jeans. I can't show you now because I've cut them up. They're in lots of little bits. And I will show you, I've started a bag, which is, I say I've started it, I've cut it out ready. So this is going to be the lining. I've got strawberries for the lining. This is going to be, I'm going to stitch this on for the pocket. And this was the bottom of the jeans, you can see from the hem. I don't know whether I'm going to use the hem as part of the bag or not, but I'm going to put, I have 2 large granny squares that I've made, covered in bits of cotton. I have 2 large granny squares. This is the first one, so I'm going to stitch this on here first, and then I have a zip somewhere. Here's the zip. I've got a yellow zip. Everything else is, I haven't bought anything for this apart from the jeans. Everything else I've just got ready. So I've got a yellow zip going to put across the top, more lining, and the other piece of the back, and that's going to be on the other side. So it'll have one of those bright orangey yellowy red granny squares, which I think will look really cool. So yeah, that is in progress. I also found, I don't know if I'm going to use it for this one or not, but because I had these 3 bits left, I was playing around and I plaited them, and they looked really nice. I don't know if I can do it now. So I think I'm going to use them as something as well, plaited, as something. It might not be part of the bag, but I thought they looked quite nice as well. So I don't really know why I put them with that pile, but maybe it'll be on the bag, maybe it won't. So that's, hopefully I'll make that in the week. And yeah, what I was going to do originally, I thought, well, I'll just make loads of items like fairly quickly. But then I started making the first item, which is finished, and I actually got into it. I thought, actually, I'm going to take my time and make some nice things rather than just quickly see how many things I'm going to make. So it might be a case of 1 or 2 items a week, might not be every week, but it's going to be quite a long process to see how many things I'm going to make rather than just doing a load of quick things in 1 week. So, and this is the other item, which is which I made a pinny, apron pinny, which I've used the waistband. You can see the waistband under there was the back part of the jeans. I'm going to take it off this in a moment. So there you can see, and I've made a tie to tie around the back of the waistband and switched it round, and the pocket as well. So the pocket is one of the pockets of jeans. The fabric I've used here and here was a tablecloth or a table runner I got from a charity shop ages ago, and I did make a bag out of it, and this is what was left, but I really like the pattern on it. So I'll show it to you a bit closer up. So you can see, if I show you the inside, you can see that was the inside of the jeans. And actually, should I try it on first? You can see it on me, oops. Because I will actually wear it. That's what I thought when I made this. I thought, actually, I do need an apron for when I'm so messy. As you can imagine, I'm quite a slapdash person, so I get flour everywhere and there's all bits and pieces everywhere. So it fits me perfectly. So that's my first item completed, and I love it and it's useful. I'm going to wear it, and it's hard because this was made from tableclothy fabric. It's thick and it's usable, like it's washable. But I'll just take you can see I just made this, just basically folded two of the sides in and stitched them together, as you can see, just for the tie. But then you can see more, because I sent a photo to my mum. I'll sit down actually, she can't see me. I sent a picture to my mum and she said, oh, which bit is the jeans? And I was like, oh, that doesn't really look like it's jeansy enough. But if I show you that, you can see that that's the part I used of the jeans. And that's a lovely fabric. I love the pattern on it. Like an English flower garden. I think they're wildflowers mostly, aren't they? Or is it lavender? Yeah, so that is the first completed item from the jeans upcycling challenge, and the bag. Oops, the bag is the next one in progress. Look, I'm making a mess. I'm dropping things. Yep, so the bag is the next one in progress. So I'm really pleased that I've got what I've done is I've got little piles. I cut up all the jeans apart from I've got a bit of the front. Kind of left the fly bit till last because I'm not really sure about whether I'm going to use the fly or not. That kind of front area, I don't know. But that's all I've got left. So I've cut out big chunks everywhere and I've got things in piles and I kind of know what I'm going to be making with them. Might change my mind, but I've got enough chosen fabric that goes with the denim nicely, and I want to use the back of the denim for something, but I'm not sure what yet. I had the thought, because it'll be a different shade then, so I can maybe combine that as well. But yeah, they're the first. It's not there anymore, is it? The finished finished item. I don't even know where it is now. I'm getting a right kerfuffle. First finished item and the bag in progress, and I'm really pleased I've got something I actually use. So when I'm baking, I can get that covered in bits of flour and butter rather than like actual clothes. Right, what should I show you next? Oh, I've been majorly into English paper piecing this week. So I've finished my 2 project bags that I made, and I've started some more. And I've changed how I do it. I was doing it earlier at the table, so I got it all set out here. I was gluing before. I'm presuming if you don't know what English paper piecing is, basically I'm making hexagon shapes. So it's a paper or cardboard shape, and you cut some fabric out and fold it over, stitch round. I'll show you a finished one. Well, I was gluing, but these ones I've stitched, which is what I've stitched round, and then you sew them, then you slip stitch them all together neatly. The tacking stitches come out. Yeah, I was gluing them because I think it's quite popular to glue them now, and that's how I started doing it. But I found I didn't like peeling the fabric off after I'd finished, because it was pulling the fabric, and it was almost like it was glued on too tight. I mean, maybe it's me gluing them on too tight. I don't know, I didn't like it, so I thought I'm going to try some with tacking, which is how I used to do it at school. So I've tacked these ones, and actually I'll show you the bag in a minute, the finished bag, but it worked so much better. It was slightly more time consuming, but I just think it gives a nicer finish, and it's the old-fashioned way of doing it. It's how I learned to do it at school. So, but also what I've been doing, because I use sea glass in the centre of mine, I've been putting in a little piece of wadding. I've cut out some wadding and put that in between paper. So I've got paper, wadding, fabric, then stitching it round, and it just gives it a nice, it gives it a nice puffy feel. And obviously those tacking stitches will come out when it's joined together. But this was the first one I made, which is finished. And these are actually, I was brave and I did put them on my Etsy shop, because I'm not so good at putting stuff on Etsy, because then I get panicky and think, oh, it's not very good, and take it off a week later. But I am proud of these. I think they turned out really nice. And this is the linen one, which is my favourite actually. And it's got a bee on the back, because I'm Lily and the bee. Again, ta-da! So these are 10 inches by 10 inches. So they're not massive, but they're big enough to use as a little crochet project or knitting project or cross stitch. I've got one with my cross stitching. And I've got this one that's got my scissors in. I use mine all the time. So yeah, so really, really pleased with it. I'm so enjoying making them as well. They're really nice to do, because I think there's different stages. You've got the tacking stage, you've got the finding the fabric, matching fabric up so they look nice. You've got the tacking stage, and then you're stitching them together. Then you've got the machine sewing afterwards. There's a few different stages. There's something I can do while I'm watching television, but I can also make up the project bags when I've got some time at my sewing machine. So it's a nice combination of different things. So yeah, I've got this one's going to be the next one, which I've shown you about 10 times now, and I've got another one somewhere, which is, oh yeah, this is going to be, these are Liberty. This isn't Liberty fabric. This one is, that next one is Liberty, and this one is Liberty as well. I've ordered some more Liberty because it's so nice and pretty, and I love the patterns. So that's going to be the next ones that I'm going to make. So I've got peach, and which is going to be for the centre and maybe for the top banner, or I might use this for the top banner if I've got enough. Not banner, you know, the drawstringy bit at the top. And yeah, and I love pink and orange together. It's one of my favourite combinations. It's not supposed to go really, is it? It's supposed to be a bit clash, but I think it looks lovely together. So that is that. And if you, oh yes, I know what I've got to tell you. Firstly I'll show you this. You've seen Squirrel before about 3 times, so here she is, but there's something a little bit different about her. If you look in her bag, she has a little monkey nut in her bag. Are they called monkey nuts? Yeah, I think they are. She has a little nut in her bag. Her name is Walnut, and I made her from this book, which I've shown you again. I've shown you lots, so I'll be quick, which was this book by Simone Gooding. Yeah, and I took her to the woods a couple of weeks ago, and just to take some photos, and the squirrels, if you saw the video before, it's in my previous video, the squirrels went a little bit mad for her. They were racing around and sniffing her and looking at her and trying to be friends with her, I think. And then one of my lovely viewers, Rowan, hello Rowan if you're watching, she mentioned that perhaps I should go to the woods with some nuts in her bag and see if they would take them out of her bag. So I did go. I went twice actually. The first time I went, it was busy, it was the weekend, and there was a few people there, and someone had let their dog loose. It was facing round and round and round and scaring all the squirrels away. I couldn't see any, I don't know whose owners, I don't know why the dog was on its own, but whether the owners were there, I don't know. But it was racing around really fast. And so there weren't really any squirrels there, the ones that they were hiding. So I went back Tuesday afternoon. I finished work at 1:30. I thought, right, woods with Walnut, and went back again, and it was empty. There's no one there. So popped her in the bottom of the tree and I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen really, whether the squirrels would take the nuts or not. But I was actually really excited to see. And well, here's the video. It's quite long, so I think it's about 3 minutes. So if you get a bit bored, just fast forward it. But I put it all on there just because they were just so adorable, the little squirrels. So yeah, see what you think. Weren't they funny? So thank you so much, Rowan, for suggesting it, because I don't think I'd have thought of it, but it was so much fun. And now every time I make an animal, I'm going to have to take it to the woods with some nuts to feed them. Or maybe I could try different animals. I could maybe take some bread for the ducks or something. I don't know. Could get carried away with that. But yeah, brilliant. Very friendly squirrels. We love them. And Walnut keeps wanting to go back all the time now to see her friends again, because she's made so many friends. Wild squirrel friends. I want to show you this book actually, which is related to the EPP, and I only bought it because although I'm called Lily by lots of people call me Lily, my real name is Lynette, and I only bought this book because it was written by someone called Lynette, and I saw it on eBay, Lynette Merlin Sign, and it's a really old-fashioned patchwork book, and so it has EPP, in which I'm loving at the moment, but I just really liked, and I've never seen anything like this before, so I just thought I would show you because I thought it was a really nice idea. This isn't it, but they're pretty. I need to make myself a new pin cushion because mine's really old, and I might make an EPP one, something like that. Yes, so they've made little patchworky EPP. I presume it's a square shape or an ovally shape, and then they put it into a basket. Made a basket lining with it. Let's say what shape it is. It's that shape. Like a diamond. Which I thought was really different, and I haven't seen anything like that. That's what I like about older books. I think some of the newer books all have similar things in, but in the older books they have a different things that give you sort of new ideas from old ideas. I'm going to have a quick look. I haven't seen anything like this. This reminds me. It's very 80s. I don't know what they're called. It's like puffy. Oh, it's called puffed patchwork. Suffolk puffs. I remember these. Those clowns made of the little puffs. But they're called Suffolk puffs, and I'm from Suffolk, so I think it's not. They're not from Suffolk in England. Trying to think, see if there's anything else nice in here. Some of them are a bit old-fashioned-y. I quite like that. Yes, I'm glad I bought it. It was really cheap. It must have been about £1.50 or something, and I think it even had free postage, because I remember thinking the person's probably lost money on that, because the postage was probably more than what I paid. And it's got someone's name in, which I always like that. M Nisbet. So if you're watching and you want your book back, I'm sorry, it's mine now. I wonder why people write names in their books. I don't do that. I guess there's a reason why people do. Yeah, so I did just want to show you, because that is I'm really into it at the moment. Patchworky EPP things. So this afternoon, it's Saturday today. So this afternoon I've got a pile of sea glass, which is still here, which I've been putting off drilling. But now I'm getting into my EPP, and I'm kind of getting somewhere with those. Oh, that one's really got a hole in. Yeah, I need to get on with that, because I said before I was putting it off. So I've got a few of those there. The drill's ready to use. I just use an IKEA drill, which was my husband's drill from ages ago. So it's cordless. And if you did want to, there's loads of videos on YouTube, which I watched before I drilled any sea glass. But you need to use a diamond drill bit, diamond coated drill bit, not a normal drill bit, and you need to do it in water, a little bit of water. This is what I use. I'll show you actually. It's just a little tiny tub, and I put it on a little piece of wood. So I have my seat. I've put a video up of me doing it, and I'll put that on there. Coat this water over the wood, just otherwise the glass cracks, and that's why you need the diamond drill bits. But like I said, there's a lot. If you are interested in doing it, there are a lot of videos on YouTube, expert tutorials rather than me. But that's how I learned to do it, from watching. Like we all do, we learn to do things watching other people doing it on YouTube. Yes, I'm going to do that. A bit more of my hand stitching EPP. I'm waiting for a delivery from the postman, which is quite exciting. And I have bought a big stash of wool, because I was going to make a crochet blanket with, because I always do the opposite of what I say. In my head, beige, cream, oatmeal, it's always lovely colours. And then what did I buy? Loads of pretty pastels. But that's I will show you that next time, because I think I'm going to make a granny square blanket, but I haven't 100% decided, and I've looked at a few different styles. I like the granny flowers, but I might make slightly bigger ones. I don't know, but I'm thinking about that, so I'll share that with you another time when I know a bit more what I'm doing with it. Yep, so I think that is everything. Hopefully I will film again next week, and my equipment, I mean, I say equipment, it's just a ring lighty thing that holds my phone, but yeah, it all snapped and wasn't working properly, so I couldn't record on Wednesday. So I'm hoping, I need to buy a new one really, rather than have it all bodged together with, as my parents call them, lily nails, otherwise known as those plastic, I don't know what they're called, plastic things. Anyway, plastic things, lily nails. I'll pop it up there because I can't remember. Right, so yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a week's time. Have a lovely week. Bye.